God, you don't love God. What's wrong with you? I love God, you don't love God. What's wrong with you? I love God, you don't love God. What's wrong with you? Yeah, yeah. I love God, you don't love God. What's wrong with you? Yeah. It's for my pastors and evangelists. I'm gonna dance and preach now, preach. We stop on the devil head. Oh yeah, you heard what I said. We at the church and we ain't going nowhere.
Hello.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the WSF-TSM's interview, and we are now going to interview Miss Ninka Fanny. You all know her as TSM Rappers fan page. This is part two. We've done a first interview, which went very well, and which leads me to ask you my first question before I get into the initial questions. Are you media experienced? Have you had any media experience before? Because you are killing it on YouTube.
No, I actually haven't. Um, Really, it's just I was just been a subscriber and a supporter for a long time, and I like what I see, so I report on what I like and I see, but not professionally trained. No, not at all.
So I don't know what your conditions is, but I'm sure the viewers would love to see you on screen. Do you feel comfortable coming on screen and having this interview at all, or is it a reason you behind the camera?
The reason why I'm behind camera at the moment is that I just want to highlight you, TSM, and his supporters. I will eventually come off camera, but not today. It will be soon, though. It will be very soon.
All right. Y'all heard it. It will be very soon where y'all get another review. I'm sure everybody got a little sneak peek. So we're gonna start off with the name. All right, because a lot of people know you as TSM fan page, and some people, when you did introduce yourself, was introduced as Ninka. And so to get a clearances for everybody, your legal name is Ninka Fanny.
Yes, that is my name, but you call me Fanny, so that's what we going with, Fanny.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So let's get more into your YouTube. So a lot of people was concerned about the YouTube channel, and you know how some people have their narratives and their stories and you know their thoughts and takes on things. And you know, for the most part, you as a content creator and I as a content creator was just sitting back, just watching it, you know, and eventually once the channel came back, because a lot of people was asking questions. What happened, you know, with some person, or and people didn't know that your channel was actually stripped down for some discriminatory purposes of YouTube. Could you explain to everybody exactly what happened?
What happened was YouTube had sent me an email telling me that I had several back-to-back copyright strikes. And anybody that knows that does YouTube, when you have multiple strikes, YouTube will snatch your channel until you either correct it and notify them like, hey, I made these corrections. And in my situation, I made the corrections, but the videos that they did not approve, they're completely gone. They're deleted. YouTube took those away from me. And there's nothing I can do about that. So that's what happened to my channel.
I've never seen somebody move so quick to get their channel back. Was the process stressful for you? How did it go?
It was very stressful. You think it was quick because it took like almost a week for me to get my channel back. It was stressful only because I was dealing with some other family issues behind the scene. And then when I got the email, it's like, okay, I really don't have time to deal with this. I just really thought it was a mistake on YouTube's end. And once I made those necessary corrections, they acted immediately. And one of the biggest issues they had with me was playing your music. And I thought that was weird because I'm like, I've been playing his music from day one. So I wasn't quite sure why they had an issue with that. But then once I sent them, like, hey, I have permission to use this music, they were pretty cool about it and corrected it. So it was cool. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it was stressful. Nonetheless, it was.
All right, so speaking of YouTube and YouTube community, we have and I'm gonna start out with myself because when you initially came back, YouTube also stripped some of your subscribers. You was down to like 8 subscribers, and just to put forth out there, people don't know is when I found as a community this, which one of you guys or young ladies are watching, we are communists. And once I found out as a communist that that happened, I instantly went to go, do promos on different platforms and try to do what I can do to gain your supporters back. And that was happening. That was happening. And then you made another email to YouTube and they gave you your subscribers back. A lot of people go through this, but they don't get a chance to gain their subscribers back. Could you give the people some insight on what it took you? How did you get YouTube to give you your subscribers back after that happened?
Well, like you said, I emailed YouTube and let them know, like, hey, you guys took my subscribers away. And I knew that because, of course, the number of subscribers I had when I returned back, which initially started out at 0, and then it was 2. And then one of the ladies from the Dream Team was like, hey, I subscribed back to you. And I'm like, you subscribed back to me? Like, what? What's going on? And then somebody else behind the scenes was like, hey, I've been looking for your channel. YouTube unsubscribed me from your channel. So I reached out to YouTube and explained to them, like, you took my subs away when when my channel was taken down. So it took them, I want to say, 2 or 3 days to give me my subs back. But before that, I want to say thank you because I know you were dealing with some things as well, but you really took the initiative to support me while my channel was going through this transition, because a lot of people from Reverb Nation reached out to me and they let me know that they came from you doing a promo on my channel. And it was just like, wow, he really rocked with your girl. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it a lot.
Hey, it's all respect within the community. And speaking of people that does, kind things and reach out and, support people as much as they can, we have to both, and I have to speak for both of us when I say this, acknowledge and say shout out and much respect and big ups to Didi, Michelle, Paprika, and we even have to add Tamika to that list now. It's wild, isn't it? We have to add Tamika to that list now. Tamika done, it's like the team was on top of this lever, right? And you had the supporters down there just sitting on a mountain, watching, enjoying the show. Tamika was one of those watching and enjoying the show, and she couldn't hear it. She couldn't see it that well because she climbed on top of that lever, and now she's with us while the other folks is down there supporting and watching from the lever. So we gotta Tamika dug herself in there. You ever seen a definition of they didn't want to let me in, so I broke down the walls and got in myself? Tamika is the definition of that. And you gotta mention people like Dee and Michelle when you're talking about that in Paprika because one thing about them I know for sure is long term. Like they're definitely even with your channel. I go over there and they commenting before I can even get over there. So what do you have to say to those ladies?
I can honestly say when my channel first came, the first person that was over there was Slim Shell. She was the first person over there. And then it was Dee Dee and so on and so forth. And I was just like, wow, I just really made this channel. She was the first person to subscribe. She was the first person to comment. And that's why she was the first person that got the award for supporter and comment of the week. I don't know if you ever noticed that on my channel that I give them awards. They hand it out on Wednesdays. Actually, I have to do them today because I haven't been able to do them in a few weeks. But she was one of the people who commented, and the one thing I've been noticing that's a trend, and I was like, this has TSM written all over it. It's people commenting on my voice. And I just find that to be very interesting because I don't think I have a unique voice at all. But a lot of people tend to think that I have media experience on my voice. One of the people from Reverb Nation, I cannot pronounce her name. I apologize to you, but your name begins with a Z. I thank you so much for your comment. But she just really said something about my voice. I don't see it, but I guess something that's attracting people when I do voiceovers. And I was like, TSM did this because you was initially the first person who asked me, was I media trained and you like my voice? So yeah.
It's a couple of y'all out there that I feel like y'all should do more. And who the hell am I to tell somebody what to do? I just feel like it's a couple of y'all, and I'm looking at it from a fan's perspective that y'all should do more with y'all voice. You're definitely in that category. Voiceover. It doesn't have to be music. Voiceover, commentary. Period. Um, Definitely you, PYT friend. Shout out to her. And there's another young lady by the name of Shownuff. Y'all not tapped in with Shownuff. Go tap in. Y'all have the females have these adaptive, unique vibrations when they speak, and you can find so many guys with similar voices. But when it comes to you ladies, it's just like every single voice box is different. So y'all have this dialogue that's unheard of because when somebody first meet y'all, we haven't ever heard somebody like y'all before. So it's a dialogue transition. That's just like Jamie's the makeup nurse husband. This guy Ken will dominate the radio scene. Sports, oh my god, I wish I had that voice. So a voice is something very powerful. And do you plan on taking that and using it as a beacon of opportunity to dilute yourself into more commentary or more voiceovers at all?
Yes, I'm actually working on something right now that's a little different for me, but I seen it to be a slight trend, and I think I'm gonna jump on it. And I'm gonna shout her out. That's my girl, Key Snaps. Key Snaps really give me a lot of inspiration for my commentary because anybody who shout out to her, please subscribe to Key Snaps because not only are you gonna laugh, you're gonna get inspired as well. This inspiration that I'm working on actually came from Key Snaps, so I'm gonna have to give it its justice because the way she did it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to bring my A game with that one. So shout out to you, Key Snaps. I thank you for the inspiration.
Hey yo, so for sure, one thing you said is 100% accurate. Is you damn sure gonna get a laugh if you go over there to that lady's page. That's no doubt about it. Um, and so when we was just speaking of the voices, it was one person that now I don't know if I'm the only person to see this because I'm a rap artist myself. So you see, y'all wouldn't know, y'all just don't know the Didi, her voice when it comes to the songs. What's the song? What's the latest we did? God First. You heard God First?
Yes, I heard God first. Yes.
If that was mainstream, they will be eating that all up. Now watch, just mark my words. It's gonna be some mainstream female rapper that come in with a distinct voice, just like Dee. And I'm trying to hurry up and do it first with her before anybody else get on it. But so while everybody's watching, y'all know where it came from. Like I produced Dee voice first. She the first person with the distinct voice that they got put on the track and it's pushing it through YouTube. No other female, all other females rapping about it. It's the same thing. Let's be honest. The chest, the butt, whatever, whatever, and whatever. Like, okay, we get it. We get it. And so to take somebody like Diddy and put him on the track where you can say God first, that's absolutely incredible. Now let's get more into you and your channel. You have a milestone. You about to hit 200 subscribers, and that's gonna be quicker than you hit 100 subscribers. How are you seeing your growth? Are you seeing something that's causing your growth to elevate the way that it's elevating? Are there any changes, any specific narratives, any specific movements or structures on your channel that you feel like, okay, now I'm learning this. I see that I'm growing. My numbers is growing faster now that I'm doing this. Is it anything that you're applying to your channel or yourself that's causing this growth, or is it organic?
It's both organic. I see a great growth in when I do like the little dancing cartoon themes and I add like you. I just did one last night with Dee Dee and Slim Shell. And I'm like,
I just caught that one. I just caught that one on DD and some shit. I did.
and I do it in a way to promote. I don't think if anybody noticed that, but I do it to promote. Like you have an event that's coming up on Friday, and all the videos that I've put out since the celebration is coming has been to promote that event on Friday. And it's just like when I do it with my sense of humor, if that makes sense. And I do it in a way like with Dee Dee and Slim Shell. When I did their and as far as like their clothing, their facial features, I have something that I use that when I click and the character is made, it'll have their facial structures, their hair. It's not me personally doing it. So that I'm bringing that to the channel as well as trying to do more voiceover so people can see more of me without seeing me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because for a
absolutely.
long
Well, before you continue and get over it, for you bypass that specific topic, me as a content creator that has more experience than you, I would recommend you do more of those little cartoon videos that you're doing, animated, that whatever videos it is that you're doing. I think that's gonna take your channel to new heights. That's a that. Let me explain it to you. You got the TSM's 100 Days of Bullying, right? You never seen that before. You never seen nobody on YouTube do that before. That's something that I created, and it's something that I noticed I created, and it became a thing. There's nobody else doing it. As far as your videos that you have, I've seen they call them African life. I've seen the little African life videos, but your specific video concept, even if it's the people that ones that's dancing, any of those cartoon videos, I don't know why I'm calling them cartoons. Any of those animated videos, I think that you should do that for like 4 months straight just to see where it's gonna take you. If I was you, every single day 2 or 3 of those videos will get pumped out. And after about, because it's not going to be instant, but after about 2 months, 3 months, you're going to be like, I done came across something here. You know what I'm saying? It's going to turn into a thing. And so I definitely recommend you keep that inside your catalog.
I appreciate that advice and I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to run with it because I actually enjoy doing it. I really do. And I like to get the TSM families reaction to when I make them, when I pump them out, especially the video I did of you. I tried so hard to emulate your deep voice, but I couldn't. I did the best that I could, but it was the reactions of people when they saw the videos. And when I tell you, I laughed the entire time when I was making the video. And I was just like, before I put this video out, let me go ask him because I don't want to do anything to offend anybody or make anybody feel like I'm making fun of them. But at the same time, watching you, I know your sense of humor, but I wanted to get your approval first. But when I made you laugh, I was like, if I can make him laugh, I know I'm gonna get some more laughs out of this. So I had fun doing that video. But when I tell you I laughed the entire time making it, I'm surprised I got through it. And because a lot of people was like, girl.
Yeah. So
A lot of, I'm
okay,
sorry,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
a lot of people were like, girl, why you do him like that? And it was funny because it's like if you know TSM and you know his personality, he has a great sense of humor. And I wanted just to copy that, but in a different way. So
Yeah. So I heard you say, yeah, you didn't want to offend, so you came and got my permission. I wanted to jump on that real quick because you just reminded me of an instance that happened, I think, last year sometimes. And y'all know me, like anybody's allowed to like use my music for for whatever they want to do. Now, when it comes to certain things like business, I remember sometime last year. I'm not gonna say the person's name or nothing like that. I don't want to start any messy crap over here. I was going to this certain person's, video, and they took one of my songs and added it as the official intro song. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's the difference between you taking my song, dancing to it, showing something off or whatever, using it in the shorts, or even reacting to it on a video. I don't care about none of that. But if you know that I charge money for intros, why would you take one of my songs and use it for your intros? And so I said something about it, and it was even in a friendly way. And once I said that, that person just like unsubscribed, and it was like, and it was like, yo, it was just more about respect. Like it's a whole different thing when it comes to intro songs, because that's 50% of my business here on YouTube is doing intro songs for people. And so when you take something that I already created, and this wasn't just like a one time thing. It was like all of his videos. You slide up and it's that particular. So I'm like, yo, if you're gonna use it in that purpose, it has to be a charge to it. Because other people gonna think they can just take all my music and use it as an intro song too. No, you have to pay for intro songs. So just the fact that you're a fan page and you say, yo, I'm gonna go check and tap in and see if it's cool because I don't want to offend him. That says a lot about your character. Were you always charismatic, or would you have to learn your way to it?
I just feel like it's more of a respect thing. And I think a lot of people think this platform is used to bash and well, it has been, but for me, it's more of a respect. And me running a fan page, I have to have genuine respect for the person I'm representing as well as those he supports and those who support him. And I just felt like if I'm going to put this out, I want to make sure I don't offend him because what might seem funny to me may not be funny to someone else. And it was all made out of love and respect. It wasn't never like any of my videos, like the one that I did with my recent one with Slim Shelley Didi, the one I did with Senorita and Momo. Who else did I do? Key Snaps. All these people, I did it out of genuine love and respect because I respect them as well. And I just wanted to bring it in a comical way because even though we're adults, what adult doesn't like to see animation? What adult doesn't like to see AI or whatever? Because that's the kid in us. We still have that. But I do it just out of respect and just letting people know I see you, I support you, and this is my way of doing it.
All right, with 7 more minutes left in this interview, so I want to tap on a few specific things. Hopefully, I can remember them all. And the first one is I wanted to talk to you about is, do you see how cool it is to have a community, and like we up here recording this interview and we naming people that's non-celebrities? Like how awesome is that to be able to speak about people with so much interest and they don't have to be a celebrity. You know how many people that has podcasts based on this rapper, this actor, that actor. They afraid of numbers demolishing, but in the end, the people you care about, if you can cause a genuine conversation and connecting with these people to still be able to bring up their name, not caring who don't know who they might be or whatever, whatnot. Isn't that a great feeling for you to be a part of this community where you can, like you was just naming Key Snap, BB, Slim Shell, And and they don't have to be a bunch of celebrities. We still having a great time with these people in the community and speaking about these people. How do you feel about that?
I love it actually because I know it's genuine. Like a lot of quote unquote celebrities, a lot of the people really are not all that genuine, in my opinion, because they don't allow them to be human. They don't allow them to have human moments like we all do. For example, like if you get caught in a situation, people will bash you. Over here in the community, it's like, okay, he had a human moment or she had a human moment, and everything is over here genuine, authentic. Like when I came over here, I was greeted with a whole lot of love and respect, and people was just like, "Hey, hey, hey," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, my channel was small. I'm not even, y'all don't even see my face." But people were just like really complimenting me on my my work ethic, my consistency, and how I supported you. And people were like, wow, nobody's ever done this for him. Nobody even thought about creating a fan page based on him. Nobody ever really made it a fan page to highlight his supporters. And they really just received it and welcomed me with open arms. And they just kept saying, "God," because I'm not gonna lie, there were moments that I was just like, okay, am I doing too much? Am I doing too little? And at that moment, I think her name is Lukisha. Is that how you pronounce her name? Lukisha?
It's Lil Keisha.
Lakeisha?
Lil
She,
Keisha. Like you saying Lil, but you saying it in the ghetto way. Lil Keisha.
okay. Her, when
You know,
she has,
I met her in person. That's how she got connected with my YouTube channel. I
oh,
was,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
She had reached out to me and she was like, it's okay, keep going. She was like, we need you in the community. And I'm just like, wow, really? She just really kept me going because I was just like, okay, what's next? What am I going to do next to keep the people drawn in? Because, sometimes people will get to a certain point and they just want to give up and or quit, or they get comfortable and their content really isn't all that great anymore. And I didn't want to do that. I just really wanted to highlight you as well as the supporters, and just wanted people to get a little taste of me with my twist on it, because I didn't want it just to be like, okay, she's trying to just ride off the wave of TSM. She really not bringing nothing to the table. And I didn't want to fall into that.
No, and
So,
let me correct you there too. Let me correct you real quick because we down in 3 minutes. That right there, what people don't know is that a fan page helps the actual artist more than an artist helps the fan page. That's the purpose of a fan page. So for people that's thinking it's about any clout riding or anything, if anything, y'all have to say that if anything, people will have to say I'm trying to gain clout because a fan page is. Y'all just heard what she said. She rarely has showed her face. A fan page is helping the artist 10 times more than the artist can help that fan page. Guaranteed, 100%. And I'm telling you this as a certified CIAA rap artist. And so with the last 2 minutes, Miss Fanny, if you could off the YouTube, if you could give us a little bit about you, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, let us know what you like. What is something that you enjoy, like outside of supporting TSM? I mean, what are some things that you enjoy?
um, I'm really into decor. I really like to design my own things, like wall art in particularly. A lot of people may not know that. I do love doing that. I have a very creative mind. I can think about something and I can visualize it and I can create it. And when I see it come to life, and I do that on my YouTube channel as well, I have a very creative mind and I like to see things that I create come to life that I can visually see versus it's just staying in my head, if that makes sense. That's one of the things I love to do. And as well, hanging out with my kids, just hanging out with them is just don't know, it just does something to me. My babies is just they do everything for me. So that's what I love doing outside of YouTube.
Okay, and so two last things. And so one thing is we need for you to upload some more personal things. How you upload your foods, your drinks, showing us the products that you use. Because I don't. You just now getting into the league, but I could tell you with experience that a fan page, that's what they do. They mix it up with stuff. These people have to know who is this person that's supporting the fan page. So you have to throw a little bit of your personal life in there. Don't think you're being selfish. Don't think that you always have to focus on TSL. You're doing a lot over there, and so it would be quite great and none less specious for you to upload more content about what you like and what you do, some of the decor ideas. Write them down and let us see your ideas, you man. And so continue to do stuff like that. And the last thing I wanted you to elaborate on, keep it at a 1 minute minimum. You just adopted a young lady by the name of Shantae. Did you want to tell us anything about Shantae, or you want to wait for the next interview?
Wow, Shantae is fire. She is so fire. When I tell you, she is just a blessing. She really is. Oh my gosh, she's gonna make me cry. I don't want to do this. But I just want you to know, Shantae, if you listen to this, I love you, girl. I love you so much. And I'm so happy to have you a part of my life.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up with that. I guess part three, we're gonna interview you about your personal life and your kids and see how far that goes. I really appreciate you coming to do this interview. Before we get up out of here, you already know what we got to do is drop some inspiration. So go ahead and get some inspiration for the people that's gonna click on this video.
God first and family next. Love you, God.
Yo, y'all heard her. God first, family next. Much appreciation, respect to everybody that clicked on this thing, man. Listen, you already know who it is and what it is. I am your boy TSM Rapper. And if anybody asks you, hey man, what that stands for? You be like, what? And they say TSM. You gotta tell them the Superman rapper. Y'all have a nice day. Let things frustrate you, upset you, and piss you off, but never allow anything to take away your joy and happiness. God take care of you.
Turn to my Christ, yeah. I love God, you don't love God.